Hey there, fellow adult collectors. Talking to you, FTC. The David Eon and the lovely Miss Lady Pop Hunter just sitting in the museum having another discussion, and just wanted to share it with the rest of you. And talking about basically when your spouse or family or whoever just doesn't get it. Just doesn't get it. You see this a lot in adult collecting, a lot with action figures and toys particularly. It happens in other areas of collecting as well, but with toys and action figures in particular, because there are a lot of people out there, even though this has become like the fad thing right now. Everybody is kind of jumping on the bandwagon, but there's still a lot of people that look at this kind of stuff and they sit there and they say, that's for kids. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And when it's a stranger, you don't care. Even if it's your friends, you don't really care. Odds are your friends are probably doing the same thing. If you're collecting, they're collecting comics, they're doing something. But what about when it's people within your own family, when it's the people that it's the closest to you, your immediate family, your relatives, your own husband or wife that has an issue? What are you going to do about that? And how do you cope?
Well, I mean, it's just like anything. You know, some people collect bells or figurines and thimbles and spoons.
Those
and
people are crazy. No.
Yeah, they got
That doesn't
coin
matter.
and stamp collecting. And, you know, it's just you have your thing, this person have their thing. And why can't you just let somebody have something? You know, everybody seems like they have something to say, oh, you just wasting your money
Yeah.
on that. I knew a guy, he bought every Air Jordans that came out, from the first one to the current one. And you know those things are expensive.
Some of the vintage ones can be worth quite a bit.
Well, no, he bought them as they come out. So he had the original that he bought, and he would always buy 2 pair, one to wear and one to have. And you know, a lot of people was like, "Man, why are you wasting your money? It's yours. You can do what you want with it. You work for it. You labor, you sweat, and you have a thing that you like, that you enjoy." And just, you know, people just don't want you to, it seems like they don't want you to have any type of happiness that's not the vision of their happiness.
Yeah, they want to superimpose how they view things
Yeah.
on everybody else. There's always somebody that wants to steal your joy.
Yeah. Somebody that wants to bring you down and wonder why you do what you do when they have something that maybe you don't care for.
Yeah.
You don't say anything because that's not your problem. That's how I feel about it. That's not my problem. It's not hurting me. You know, if that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. You know, I said before, my brother collects cars. I don't collect cars. I like cars, but I don't collect them. You know, but that's his thing. I totally get it. His wife gets it. My mom, she's like, I don't know why he buys so many cars. But if you
'Cause
go
he
to
can.
her house, oh God, it's wall to wall stuff. And if you touch one thing, she has a heart attack.
Yeah. She collects knickknacks, odds
Anything.
and ends. Yeah. But then so those very same people will sit there and criticize.
Yeah.
They'll sit there and they'll pick you apart, and it's really tough, especially when it is your significant other,
Yeah.
so-called significant other. And I see a lot of that in collecting. A lot of people complain about that, where they get squeezed and they get confined because that person just does not like what they're doing. You see that actually, and it probably goes both ways, but I've seen this more where the wife is doing this. Where the wife, I don't get you with all this junk that you buy, or all these little kid toys and things like that. I've heard a lot of guys complaining about that on the on like Facebook pages and things.
Yeah.
And they get squeezed into this corner, and their collection is on display in a closet
or in the garage
next to the water heater on a shelf.
Yeah. And the sad part about that, and why I can't stand it, is because, and you can say what you want about me, but I feel this is true. That man is paying the majority of the bills, and and his wife says, "Well, you can have this little corner of the house, even though we got a 4,000 square foot house. You can have this 200 square foot laundry room."
Yeah.
Yeah, and she probably barely work, or is a at-home wife that doesn't clean or cook
and
or
still
anything.
does the laundry in there too.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff, I don't know. It bothers me. But I don't know. Maybe that wasn't appropriate. Who knows?
Well, I mean, no, I get where you're coming from. Because we're very fortunate, and I've mentioned that before, that there's a lot of things. It's not just the collecting action figures and stuff, but there's a lot of things that the two of us just really have in common. So we get along really well. And so this works out for us. We have our museum. It's split in half.
Yeah.
You know, we work out together. We do a lot of other stuff together. We like the same kind of movies and things. We watch. We like the cheesy films.
You do not like cheesy films.
I like
You
making
do
fun of
not.
them. We like being riff tracks, basically,
No, I like watching
Mystery
the
Science
films, and
Theater.
he likes talking through the whole thing.
and making fun of it. See, it works. It's like having a Mystery Science Theater right at home.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, we're fortunate in that we get along and that we are interested in a lot of the same things. But even if we weren't, then I don't believe that she would step on my toes about it.
Because even before I was a collector, he had his area, and the only thing I asked of him was to keep it clean, because he had stuff everywhere, and I asked him to keep it neat and clean and everything. And I didn't know what things were. I barely went in there. I didn't look around because I didn't care. I just wanted the room to be clean, and that's all I asked. Because I know I have my things.
Yeah.
I collect this and that, and got rooms for everything, so. I do.
Rooms for everything.
Yeah. Got my sewing room, and got the gym and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But, and then maybe that's just something that if you are living with someone who doesn't get it, maybe they're the ones that need to be watching this. And I'll plead on your behalf to just say, let them have it. Let them have that. If that's something that is a comfort to them, what's it really hurting?
Yeah.
What's it really hurting? Just
Yeah.
let them enjoy it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not kicking anybody out of the house.
No.
You're not taking a room from a kid, hopefully. Just to have this thing. So let people have their time and their moments and the things that make them happy and take them to a better place.
Life is hard enough.
I know. They don't need somebody yakking in their ear all day.
Unless you want to hide away in a room. That may be the case.
Because that person's yakking in your ear all day.
My man cave.
The nag.
Man cave, or what's the other one they call it? Babe cave now?
No,
if it's
diva
a woman.
den.
Diva den? I've heard babe cave.
Oh, I've heard diva den.
Diva den. Oh my god.
Diva den.
Well, women collect toys and action figures too.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
So I guess that is it.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you have any thoughts, you can tell us in the comment section down below. Let us know what you think. Hopefully you're not going through that.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're not in a situation where you've got people, because like I said, if it's people that are outside of your realm of influence, even if it is family, if they're not sleeping down the hall or in your bed, You don't have to worry about what they think at all.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
And don't think
doesn't
that
matter.
just because you're dating somebody, they're gonna come around. Don't wait on that, because everybody doesn't come around.
That's true.
So if they're already complaining,
Uh-huh.
and you're just dating,
It will not stop.
No, it's gonna get worse.
No, there's an old. I know this is an entirely different subject right here, but the old adage, opposites attract. It's not true. The most of the time, that will end up in a dismal failure.
Yeah, and
quite
you're going to end
frankly,
up in misery, and all your stuff is going to be
the opposites. You only let it work because of a physical attraction. You know, just speaking on another level here.
Yeah, and that fizzles out after a while.
Yeah, you'll
so
get.
Then you have,
it
what
won't
do we
be
have
enough.
left? Yeah.
You'll get to a point where it just won't be enough.
Yeah.
When you are on the same page with a lot of things, you get along great. You know, you have a lot more in common, then things are better. Like I said, you know, we're like bread and butter. We get along really well. We have a lot of things in common, a lot of things that we like to do together that we enjoy. And so we always have something to do together.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to escape her all the time. I was like, man, oh God, I'm just going to go out for, you know, and I'm gone half the night, and then she's standing there with a rolling pin waiting on me. That doesn't happen. I don't want to run off anywhere. I like being around her. But if it's someone that's outside of your realm of influence, they're not in the home with you.
Yeah.
Don't even think about don't worry about what they think at all.
Yeah.
If you're getting involved with someone, like she said, they're probably not going to come around. So that be prepared for that.
That reminds me of it's this radio station in here in Atlanta. I guess it's a nationally syndicated morning talk show. I'm not sure, but it's based here in Atlanta, and they have this segment where if you were dating someone and y'all broke up, and somebody, one of you didn't get closure, they call that person and say, hey, do you know so and so, y'all broke up, blah blah. But they had this one, the guy, he was a collector of action figures and stuff like that. And he brought the girl to his house, and she just freaked out, and never talked to him again. Didn't call him nothing. And he would call, hey, you know, because they had a good time while they were out.
Oh man.
And so they called her on the radio and said, hey, you know, Billy, he said y'all went out and had a great time, and you went back to his house and y'all never talked again. And she was like, well, when I went in the house, he had, you know, posters of superheroes and all over the wall, and he had she called them toys and stuff everywhere. And they asked her, well, was it messy or nasty or dirty? It's like, no, it was set up, but I just didn't know what, you know, we're 30 years old and he has all these toys, and it just freaked me out. So my point is, don't think, well, because I know women do this. Oh, I'll change that. Once we get married, I'll fix that.
No.
He won't have this stuff. No, they do it. They do it. I know.
And you'll make an enemy.
Yeah.
Basically, that resentment will build. Yeah. It'll build up.
You set yourself up for failure, because she might be smiling now, but in the back of her mind, she's like, I'm gonna fix that. He's not bringing that stuff into my house. And she moved into your house.
And then that opens up the potential for other issues, because things disappear. Things I've heard of this happening. Things get broken. You know, you got to go away on a business trip or to National Guard duty, and you come back and your comic collection is gone. You know, things like that. I've heard of that happening. Yeah, I know a story of that. Oh no! I know. This is the last story. It's okay, and I give it because it happened. My mom and dad. My mom sews. She's a designer. She make clothes by hand. Yeah. Patterns and everything. So she always had like 1 million sewing machines in the house. Rooms full of fabric
fabric. She went away one weekend, and my dad went through that house and threw out all her fabric. And she lost it. I was a little kid. And the reason I remember, because recently, I think during the Thanksgiving break, I was home. And we talked about it. And somehow
They
it
still
came
mad.
up. Yeah.
They're still mad about it.
And that happened 30 years ago. Because I'm in my 40s. That happened when I was a little kid. And it came up. And I was like, oh, yeah, I remember him doing that. But I didn't realize at the time because I was a little kid
Sure.
that, the impact of it. I just thought he was throwing out some stuff. And, she got re-mad all over again.
Oh, no.
And those things, they fester and they just, like the Yellowstone is just boiling under the ground waiting to explode. It will come back.
So hopefully that hasn't happened to you.
Yeah. It
Wow.
will come back. It will come back. So, yeah, just think about it.
So again, if you have a family member or significant other that doesn't get it,
Yeah.
let them watch this episode. and again, hear my plea. Let them have their moment.
Yeah.
Don't steal their joy.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not bankrupting you,
Yeah.
then don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing weird about it. It's nothing new. A whole nother video that I did.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of adults collecting toys is not new at all.
Yeah.
Back when we were kids, the grown-ups, they were collecting model trains and cap guns and stuff like that. And their older generation, when those people were kids, they were collecting marbles and music boxes and whatever. It's just a nostalgia thing.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are more into that than others. Some
Yeah.
people, they're happy with a couple of things. Some people, they want to find their whole childhood again. And
Yeah.
it's healthy. It's healthy. It keeps them out of trouble. Trust me.
Yeah. Give them something to do.
Give them something to do. But, if you have any other points on that, feel free to post it in the comment section down below. Let us know what you thought. Please do give the video a thumbs up. If you got something out of it, I hope that you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Find us on Facebook. There's a link for that down below. Our Open by Chance little fan page, if you will.
Yeah.
If you want to call it that. Open by Chance on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And also you can find information about our Patreon project down below. Is that enough? That's plenty.
I think so.
That's plenty. But what else can I say but thanks for watching, and we will see you again soon.